We're going to explore this question from one of our viewers. How long will $170,000 last in early retirement? Here's the question from the viewer. I am 61 and saved $170,000. I want to retire early. My home is paid for and I estimate my living expenses at $1,700 per month. My Social Security will be $950 per month at age 62. How long will my $170,000 last? I do not want to invest in the stock market. Thank you for watching. This is Richard with Wisdom Investor. It is estimated there's about 10,000 new retirees every day in the United States. Many have this same question. How much income do I need? Do I have enough money? So we're going to explore this question, so stay tuned for the full video. Okay, let's dig into this video here. Viewers done a very good job, saved $170,000. They also have their home paid for. In today's world, that's so important. Cost of living, cost of housing has increased dramatically. He's going to have $950 in Social Security. Now that's going to be less than his expenses each month. And he wants to know how long his $170,000 going to last, because he's going to have to start withdrawing some money. Let's take a look at some concerns in this situation. First thing I'd recommend that he do is have emergency saving. He had $170,000. I would take $20,000 of that and put it aside as emergency savings. So he's going to retire at 62 to 65. He's going to need some health insurance. If he kept his income below $50,000, he would pay very little in health insurance costs. Next area of concern would be house repairs. Now this person has the house paid for, but there can be repairs on roof, siding, plumbing. House needs to be painted. So be aware that you may have some cost. You may have to use some of that $20,000 for house repairs down the road. The other thing that can creep into your expenses is inflation. Property taxes. Now we don't know where this person lives. In some parts of the country, people retire, but they end up having to pay high property tax. Another concern going into retirement is the growth of your money. In this case, he says he doesn't want to invest in the stock market. Another concern is longevity. How long is this person going to live in retirement? Back to this viewer's question. He has $1,700 per month expenses and $950 in Social Security. So $1,700 expenses minus $950 of income from Social Security leaves a deficit of $750. So our viewer here has a deficit of about $800 per month, and he's going to need to withdraw income from his $150,000. This viewer has $170,000 saved. We said that we're going to set aside $20,000 for emergency. That's going to leave this viewer with $150,000. So he needs to withdraw income from this and also make it last a lifetime. Let's take a look at the 4% rule. That's a rule that many people use to see how long your savings would last. If this person used the 4% rule, they could withdraw $500 per month for 25 years. However, the problem here is they need $800 per month. Here's how the 4% rule works. We're going to take 150,000 times 0.04. That gives us $6,000 per year for 25 years. If we divide that by 12 months in a year, that's where we get our $500 per month. If we took out 6% per year, that's going to give them $750 per month. Here's how that calculation would work. We have 150,000 times 0.06 gives us 9,000 divided by the months in the year. That's 12. That's $750 per month. A look at this 6% withdrawal amount. If we did that, we said it would be $750, and that would pretty much cover his expense. Now the other option right off the bat here is this person could start to look at ways they could reduce that $1,700 per month expenses. They can find some ways to reduce that expenses. That would make it a little easier on the income side. Keep in mind here, this person also said they did not want to invest in the stock market. So they're going to have to use fixed income investments or maybe some short-term bonds to grow their money for inflation. We're going to look at a calculation here using this $150,000. We want a return of $800 per month. We want to increase our withdrawals 2% per year for inflation. We're going to get 4% on our money. Federal tax bracket is 12%. Here's how that would look using this table here after it's calculated. $150,000, interest earned is 4%, taxes are 12%, It's going to withdraw $800 per month. So each month it's going to be growing due to inflation, and we're also going to be adding interest. This person's money would last 215 months, which is about 18 years. So the question is, how is this person going to grow their money? I estimated here at 4%. Here are some alternatives to a certificate deposit. Keep in mind, right now, at the time of this video, a one-year certificate deposit is less than 1%. Here's some rates on one-year certificates. Some alternatives to a certificate deposit: you could use some short-term bond funds, like the double line short-term bond fund, currently having a yield of 2.12%. Osterweiss Strategic Income Fund, 4.15% yield. Fidelity Floating Rate Fund, a 4.33% yield. What this person could do is they could break this up, say 50% in a certificate of deposit, 20% in this short-term bond, 20% in the Strategic Income Fund, and say 10% in the Floating Rate Fund. This would give them a higher return. Our goal here is to get this $150,000 to produce income and to last a lifetime. We have to get some growth out of this, so it needs to be invested at least into some type of a bond fund. So we have to be able to generate at least $750 per month to cover the expenses. The other alternative is to reduce the expenses. So we looked at this viewer's question here. If he can get a higher return on his money, he can withdraw $800 per month, and that would last him about 18 years, and that $800 per month would grow with inflation. And the other alternative would be to cut expenses. I want to thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Stay tuned for future updates.